takes us a little over 10 minutes to walk from the port area to an area by the beach. Soul points us towards the direction of a dark alleyway. Ah, Soul. Soul. Just over there. Be careful, it's pretty dark. It's in this back alley? The restaurant looks to be nothing more than a small concrete building. An old dilapidated, abandoned one at that. Just go on in, you won't be eating inside here anyway. It's just the entrance, pass through and you'll get to the beach on the other side. We do as he says and step inside the shop. Welcome. Upon entering the shop, the first thing I see is a large manor signature. It's the other end of a Comcraft line. It's set up so releasing it allows information about the shop and its menus to flow into one's mind. Well, nothing out of the ordinary. I release it. What the? It seems this establishment specializes in fisherman's stew, which the customers cook themselves. Rather than paying for individual dishes, customers pay a flat fee and they can eat as much as they want. I can't wait. Can't we just go straight in? Oh, that's right. Oh right, you can't use Comcraft, can you, rude? Sorry about that. Wait, what? What would you sell? What? Were you and Sally using it just now? Yes, you see that manor signature over there? If you release it, information on the shop and its food flows into your mind. Huh? So does that mean if you can't use Manacraft then you can't order any food? In this restaurant, you just place the seafood in one of the stew pots set by the beach. Simple enough. But wow, that sounds really fun. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Between Cartier's Tavern and this seaside stew restaurant, people sure prefer their meals lively. Come on, let's go. The shop's just given us the go-ahead. Yeah, at least we didn't get tricked. Ah, cooking by the beach, eh? Ooh, amazing. Cauldrons by the beach. Exactly as they said it would be. Countless cauldrons were scattered all over the beach. Customers would gather around the spots, cook the seafood inside, and eat at their own leisure. The sand is glowing. Are we going to eat just like this? Looks like it. Over there by the shore is full of fish cages. The fish that the fishermen just caught are kept fresh and live with Aquacraft. They'll take care of butchering the fish too. What should we get first? I have no idea where to start. Ritona, are you familiar with seafood? No, not really. I see. Perhaps you don't like seafood. I wouldn't say that, but I don't particularly enjoy it either. Huizenheide is landlocked, so there aren't many chances for me to eat it. I love it. I love all kinds of seafood. Delphine, is there anything you don't like? You've never been a picky eater, have you? That's because my father would scold me whenever I got choosy with my food. He said that food is reflective of the way of life for different regions, so it's also related to politics. Ah yes, you particularly like eating the traditionally sliced raw fish of Bastorakat, don't you, Selfie? Bichere, yeah, I love it. Eating fish raw isn't eating fish raw like completely uncooked? Completely raw, as is. I just can't stomach that stuff. It's not completely raw. They're coated in vinegar, spices or oil first. It requires special knife skills to prepare, yes. So it's like sashimi, I guess? Hey, everyone. I'm going to get some fish now. Could someone help carry it all? You need help? I'll be glad to go with you then. Are you sure? What about communication? I'll be fine, it's just over there anyway. I can make some gestures and it'll work out somehow. Retona, you look really tired, so just rest for now. Oh, okay. Are you sure you'll be okay, Rune? Don't worry, you won't take long, so just rest up for now. Now that's settled, let's go, Soul. Soul leads Rune to the fish cages. Yay, dinner time, dinner time. Just wait there, Retona, I'll get all the utensils set up. No, I can't make you do all the work. Yes you can, and that's an order. Retona, you've been keeping an eye out for us all day. Your exhaustion is as clear as day. You can at least take it easy during the meal, right? Delphine's gaze is cast down. Is downcast. Understood. Uh-oh. Her tone of voice may be cheerful, but her eyes clearly show her concern. Better on me to do as she says. I'll take you up on that then. Good. You sure have gotten a lot more knowledgeable about cooking, Delphine. Misha taught me a whole lot of things. Did he now? When did that happen? I didn't know that he was knowledgeable about pastoral cat cuisine. You're right, you didn't know, did you, Retona? Millie told me that she was seriously considering having Misha succeed her as the head chef. Huh? Really? Millie planned. The head chef of Castle Rusenheide's Grand Kitchen. A great chef representing Rusenheide's cuisine, and one of those responsible for elevating the culinary practice to the level of art. And that's why she's going to cram everything about the cuisines of all the nations of the Alliance into Misha, she said. Whoa. Being a Millie's apprentice sounds really tough. It sure is. She made Misha do some pretty crazy things the moment he stepped into the Grand Kitchen. She handed him some salt and pepper and threw him out into the mountains. Come back once you made a dish befitting of King Valhar, she told him. Sounds like the actual purpose of the test was to experience the natural bounties of Rusenheide's firsthand. Haha, he didn't come back for about a month. When he finally returned, I couldn't even recognize him. But it's not like she makes everyone go through that test. It's only for those who had an aptitude for cooking, Billy said. Well, good for you, Misha. Good for you. Also surviving that as well. In fact, Misha passed on his very first attempt. I'm surprised he followed through on her instructions with that delinquent streak of his. The old Misha would have just turned tail and run. Maybe. But Misha's really come a long way. He looks perfectly comfortable in the kitchen and he's been really matured. Is that so? His cooking is definitely good, but something seems to be missing. No way. Maybe you're just confusing his own style of cooking with sloppiness. I mean, it was only recently that he learned the proper culinary techniques. That makes sense. Never even considered it from that point of view. I must have jumped to conclusions. We've known each other since our time in the cloaks, so I might have been prejudiced. I wonder how things are going for them now. Trying to imagine what they're doing right now. Wonder what cloaks was all about then, if Retona and Misha were both in it. Well, no use thinking about it. Let's just concentrate on trying the food out for now. Try out the food? Trying out the food? Wow, Retona, this broth is really, really good. Having been drawn to the contents already in this pot, Selfie gladly took a sip. Is that some kind of soup? It's stock, the base of all sorts of soup. nothing, that's bad manners. A princess like you should know better than to drink soup straight out of the pot. If you want to taste it, please ladle some of it into your bowl. It smells wonderful. What stock is this, I wonder? She's not even listening, is she? It smells familiar. Didn't we have soup like this before? It had something to do with fermented soya beans. What country was that from again? Just imagine when the fish gets here. Delphine gazes into the distance, smiling, lost in her own happy thoughts, and she's completely drooling away, isn't she? She sure has a gluttonous streak. Sally, Retona. Oh, Rude calls out to us as she hurries back. Look at all this fish. Looks like they had one of the biggest catches in quite some time. What? They have more and they know what to do with, so they told us to eat up. A huge net Rude was carrying was filled to bursting with all sorts of seafood. Wow, there's so much. Can we even finish all this? They gave us a whole lot of rice wine to cook the fish with too. Let's get to cooking. Dinner time! Yeah! Hey, why don't you three go ahead and start eating? Soul, aren't you going to eat? I will. I'll be right back, just start without me. Soul? Is Soul going somewhere? I think so. He said he'll be right back. He'll be back right away though. He's got Retona's danger senses going, hasn't he? Delicious. This is way too good. Yes, it really calms you down. Thankfully, the flavors aren't too strong. Actually, the flavors are much more mellower than I expected. I could eat this even on an upset stomach. It's nice and warm. I never had a feast like this before. This just reminded me of something I've always wanted to ask. Rude, I've been wondering. Yish? Swallow your food before talking. Sorry about that. Phew. Sorry, you had to see that. Anyway, what is it? You're eating right now, yes? Yes, I suppose I am. Well, I'm not sure how I should put this, so I'll be blunt. Why do you even eat? What? Ah, I get what you mean. Biologically speaking, your body isn't alive, is it? So then why would you need to eat? I see. You're right, my body technically wouldn't be considered alive. But still, I just need some form of fuel like living... I need some form of fuel like living beings. That's why I eat. The food I intake is converted to matter by my body. What? Your body can do that? Yeah, wait. But then that doesn't make sense. That means you can convert matter like food into matter, right? Yes, that's right. If that's possible, then how is it that the outer pole is still lacking in matter? Rather than harvesting it from dangerous places like mines or the border of the inner pole, you could just generate your own. Well, actually Vihitz is doing that, but only on a small scale. Retona, do you still remember what we talked about in the sediment store the other day? Ah, that's right. The problem is storage. Exactly. In the outer pole, matter needs to be processed by machines before it can be used, so it has to be stored in sediment. And not only that, but committing the matter is highly inefficient. The entire process takes far too much effort. And if we don't store it right, then it's just a huge waste of resources and effort. So we need to use the converted matter as fast as possible. There's also a limit to the amount of energy you can safely supply to the towns and such. I get it. So it's not just a problem of generating that matter. What a conundrum. That's right. It's pretty much the reason I can't really store any energy. And that's why you have to eat, otherwise I'll stop moving. Stop moving? Do you mean you'll die? If no one else is able to reawaken me, then I suppose that would be considered death for me. Don't worry. I could go maybe 3 or 4 days without food before I start to deactivate. Though I guess that depends on how hard I put myself. How exactly do we reawaken you? We'd like to know, just in case anything happens. The truth is, I don't know how myself. You don't know? That's absurd. I don't understand why I wasn't given full access privileges over my bodily functions. There's barely any information on how I was built or how I functioned included in my knowledge base either. What was Sid thinking? It would be much better for you to be able to fully manipulate your inner workings in the case that something went wrong. Really? I have to disagree with you on that, Retona. What makes you say that? While as humans, we can't just consciously stop our hearts or turn off our sense of touch when we experience pain, right? Well, no, we can't, but as beings that feel emotions, I think it's normal for us to run away from suffering. We might end up hurting ourselves without realizing it. Most importantly, we shouldn't be able to consciously alter our body functions. That's best left to our own gumption. Gumption? I think that's best for us to remain as human beings. But wouldn't that train of thought only apply to humans? To put it another way, there's a limitation that we humans must endure, right? Maybe others would view it not as a limitation, but something else. The way I see it, being able to sever emotions and pain as the situation sees fit isn't what I would call human. If Sid and Eileen had wished for Rude to live as a normal human, then placing that limitation on her would be natural. Sally, I see your point. Delphine truly has put a lot of thought into this. Wait a minute. Rude, does that mean you can't get drunk? Haha, I guess so. I guess I just enjoy the mood. Alcohol does provide quite a lot of energy for me too. Are you equipped with a sense of taste? Actually, I'm not. I can't tell whether something tastes good or not. But I am able to determine whether or not something has high nutritional value. Is that so? Now, don't make that face. I'm totally fine. No, I didn't mean to. Let's just enjoy the rest of our dinner. Let's. Ruru, try this one too. It tastes fantastic. It's jam-packed with nutrition. That's right. No need to think about this too deeply. We should just enjoy our dinner together. My body is flushed. My head. So dizzy. Ew. Hey, sorry I ran off like that. Saul, where'd you go? You haven't eaten yet, right? There's still lots to go around. Actually, I only had a quick bite. Something urgent came up. What? He ate somewhere else before coming back? What for? Why wouldn't he join us for dinner? Is it because I've been treating him coldly? So, aren't you going to eat? He said he already ate. Really? I was looking forward to eating together too. I'm really sorry, but it was an emergency. Well, that's fine. We're not forcing you to eat with us. If you ever have to leave, then feel free to do so at any time you need to. Yeah. Retona, you're being mean again. Anyway, we should probably get going. It's already pretty late.